Alright, hello everybody. Basically I just wanted to make a video that kind of introduces my little pet friends, because that's what I've been doing lately. I've been putting a lot of my time and my money into my newfound love for reptiles and amphibians. So, I kind of just wanted to make a video and show you guys the ins and outs of beginner reptiles, I guess, and amphibians. Right now I've got we think about 6-month-old bearded dragon. Her name is Booger. I've got 2 leopard geckos. One's albino, one's just like a regular leopard gecko. I don't know the name of the morphs. Sorry, I should probably find that out. But that is Leroy is the male and Jenkins is the female. And then I've also got 2 Amazon milk tree frogs. Those guys are pretty cool. That's Hypnotoad and Tiny Rick. So, anyways, I'm gonna start off. Oh man, I can't even change my camera to go the other way. That's super crappy. That is super duper crappy. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna attempt to do this with a front-facing camera. This is my tank for Booger. Basically, I've got a bunch of other tanks, but this one was the best lengthwise. So I know it's a little bit taller than most people's bearded dragons enclosures, but I've got a nice little area here for her to run up, and she can go underneath, and she doesn't have any problems. She doesn't fall down or anything. She's got the trees here, so if she needs to climb down, she can, or she can, you know, kind of like run through this area and get up and down. Totally fine. So yeah, I basically just used some fake leaves. The ground here is a sand rock mat. It isn't loose substrate, because I found as a baby she would accidentally get mouthfuls of her coconut husk, which is what I was using it for substrate at the time. So I switched that out. Now we're good. She doesn't bother with her. It's also really good for their nails, because I know sometimes people will put sandpaper down in the tanks to kind of like file down their nails without having to clip them, because I don't really like the idea of clipping my bearded dragon's nails. I mean, to each their own, but yeah, so it helps with that. And then all of this wood here was actually purchased from a reptile store and then given to me. Since it was used with another animal, I did go through a bleaching process. Basically I did, I think it's 1/16, or one cup of bleach per 16 cups of water. So I did a really, really long, 3-day-long soak. I think it's, I can't remember the numbers, you can Google it online. A couple hours of the bleach solution, soak all of your stuff in that, and then I basically spent 2 days soaking it with just pure clean water, and then rinsing the water and soaking with water to make sure that all of the bleach that was soaked into the wood got out. But that's a really good way to make sure that all of your stuff is sanitized, because you don't want any bacteria or parasites growing in your habitats when you've got animals that you love, right, Booger? Let's see if I can show you her. Oh man, this is kind of difficult. There she is. So yeah, this is Booger. She's about 6 months old. If you look, let me see if I can get her out here 1 second. Okay, come here, Bugs. Hey, Bugs. Here, Bugs. Please don't poop on me. She pooped on my laptop yesterday, for those of you who saw that. Okay, so this is Booger. I got her off Kijiji, actually. If you look at her back foot, she's missing some tiny toes. Yeah, look, she's showing you. Cute. And she's also missing the tip of her tail as well. Basically, the breeder that I got her from had her housed with a lot of other babies, and sometimes, unfortunately, when they're that young, they can't really tell the difference between toes and tails and worms. So we are thinking that they might have been accidentally chomped, either by herself or one of her sisters or brothers. So she was removed from the tank. When I went to go get her, I actually just put my hand into a tank full of baby bearded dragons, and she crawled up my arm and started trying to eat my bracelet. So I figured she was the one. I was kind of hesitant because she was injured and everything, and then I was like, come on, don't be like that. This is the one that you want. Take the one that you want. Don't be mad because she's disabled. She needs someone to love her too. So yeah, I grabbed her, and now she's my best friend, and I take her out of the tank probably like at least once a day, sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times if I'm really bored and I feel like loving my animals. But yeah, that's Booger in her habitat. I think it's a female. Pretty sure. I still haven't had her sexed yet. Okay. This is my leopard gecko habitat. Oh, I'll go over lighting another day, but yeah, it looks red because of the lighting. So leopard geckos really like their hides. As you can see, I've got quite a few of them going on. Those are all hides. And they're probably both in here. Hi guys. Oh man, she's like sitting on Leroy's head. This is Jenkins the female. She's the albino. And Leroy, excuse me. Come on, don't freak out too much. Excuse me. She's very sketchy, mainly because she was bred before I took her. So she's kind of sketchy. There's Leroy. They're probably about 2.5 years old or so. And these ones, yeah, I got them from a breeder. They used to be bred quite regularly. I'm wanting to separate Jenkins from Leroy and give Leroy a different female to get it on with, because Jenkins is starting to get a little bit cranky, and I want to give her a break. They haven't had any fertile eggs since I got them. But yeah, I've been watching, I've been waiting, and if it happens, then it happens. I'm not going to go and manipulate their habitat for them to breed, because I don't want to do that. But yeah, so those are those guys. Now this is my Amazon milk tree frog habitat. Let's see if I can kind of show you guys around in there. So these guys, oh, there's Tiny Rick. Tiny Rick is up here. Let's see if I can get him on the camera. Where is he? It's my messy bed. This is really difficult to do without the front camera. That's Tiny Rick. And come on, Hypnotoad. He's up in there. These guys aren't handleable. You can handle them if you want, but it's really not recommended. The oils in our skin act almost as a poison to them. So if you are going to handle them with your bare hands, make sure you wash really well with soap and water. Otherwise, using gloves is a good option too. Yeah, these guys, I need to feed them again. The big one, the really big one, will eat probably at least 1 or 2 superworms, like really big superworms every day. They're eventually going to get large enough that you can actually feed mice to, just like tiny little pinky rats. But I don't know, for some reason Tiny Rick, I keep feeding him, and he's not growing at all. I kind of just think that it's like Tiny Rick's living up to his name. I don't know what's going on. I'm okay with it. As long as the big guy doesn't eat him, then that's totally fine. I'm making sure I keep the big guy fed, because that would be really crappy to wake up and have like a frog leg hanging out of Hypnotoad's mouth. But yeah, I don't know. This habitat's pretty simple. I basically just got a lot of leaves and stuff. There is a couple of live plants. This one right here, the tall one, is a live plant. As most of you guys know, we live in Canada, and finding living things during winter is pretty brutal. So I'm waiting till summertime to head to a couple garden centers and hopefully replace all of my fake leaves in here with a real growing habitat. I'm planning on moving these guys down into this taller section down here, because this is 2 separate containers here. And then I'm probably going to put like a waterfall and like an active mister going on in there, and really make it like super cool kind of rainforest habitat for them with some living plants and stuff. So that's my plan. Yeah, that's about it. If you guys have any questions on like feeding or lighting or how to kind of get started, just let me know. I basically honestly just researched the crap out of every animal before I bought it. Even once I got it on day 1, I basically spent the whole day just reading up on every question that I had. Make sure you do a lot of cross-referencing. If you're on Facebook feeds, there's a lot of good Facebook groups that'll give you information, but you also need to be very careful because some people's information that they're sharing is based off of their own opinion and not scientific fact. So make sure you're doing your actual research, find scientific proof online, cross your references and all that kind of crap. Yeah, I don't know, that's about it. That's my little family of creatures. I guess I can go out here and show you the little fluff balls that we've got running around. They're troublemakers. Oh, before I do that, you see this? Right here? Yeah, it's supposed to be netting. There is netting on the back 2 sides. That's my homemade incubator for when the babies come. But, yeah, the netting on top, one of our freaking cats jumped on top and scratched through it. And luckily, my geckos were hiding inside of their little hides because the cat was sitting inside the freaking tank when I opened the door. That wasn't good. There you are! Hey, troublemaker! Hey, troublemaker! Meow. This is Yang. This is Yang. I love him, but I also hate him with all of my heart. And there you are. Hello. I don't feel like leaving Yang in this room by himself because I don't trust you. Yeah, that's right, you run. This is my beautiful mess from doing body painting this morning. My hands are like completely stained still. That's the aftermath that I have to get to. But I'm avoiding it and making videos of my pets instead because, you know, priorities. And Yin! Yin! He's got a snaggletooth. He's got a snaggletooth. Hi! Hello! And that's our big happy family. So, I hope you enjoyed wasting 13 minutes of your time watching me play with my animals. This is my life. This is what I do. I spend way too much time being antisocial and doing art and playing with my animals because animals are way cooler than people anyway. Cool. Well, yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to help. Shoot me a message, shoot me a comment, whatever the heck you want to do. Next time I'm not going to use the front camera because that was really crappy to show you guys things with. I'm probably going to make a video more in depth of the lighting and the food process and my cricket farm and stuff. Oh, hello. Hi. Yeah, nice to meet you. Oh, yeah. I don't need that hat. That's totally fine. Cats. Yeah. That's it. Bye, everybody. Bye.